Our next guest is Emile Uwezowamungu. He is a Burundian. Burundi is a country located in the Great Lakes region in the continent of Africa. It is a country blessed with an abundance of tea and coffee plantations, and its highest main source of revenue is in the cultivation and sale of coffee. Emile and I met in 2016 for the first time in Boston, Massachusetts, at the Mandela Washington Fellowship for Young African Leaders, a fellowship that brings young leaders to the United States for academic coursework and leadership training and create unique opportunities for fellows. I must say, I was blown away by the intellect and spirit of Emile. He is a unique person in his own way. His approach is very unique. He is a warrior who is trying to change things in Burundi in a positive way. He is extremely committed to helping young people and women in Burundi by involving them in entrepreneurship programs. He is a true example to follow. Emile is the founder of Innova Group that is known for providing programs and business support services. He consistently works as a project and business consultant in terms of training, coaching, studies, and research. I was honored to have interviewed him. Now, it's the great Emile Uwezowamungu on the Barry Media Show. How did you become an entrepreneur?
I was just at university and I was thinking a lot about just to see how I can help people to help young people by creating some jobs. And my vision was just not really to be like other people in Africa, to wait for employment. But for me, I had just a vision to create my own job and create other job for create jobs for other young people, especially for young people. So my definition for entrepreneurship, I can define myself that is like the way someone create a project. You just create an idea. That idea to help him gaining some revenue so that it could help in your life, to cover your expenses in your life and even just to develop yourself for the future. My organization now is Innova Group. And Innova Group is a unique training and consulting company that supports businesses and social innovations here in Burundi so that they can be able to create, develop, and grow their business, their ideas successfully.
So how did you get your idea or concept for the organization?
So I get that idea I was trying to look at around me, and I saw just we have many students from universities, from technical schools. They are done with their studies, but they don't get to be employed. And some of them, they are trying to develop ideas just in businesses or in social innovations, but they have some problems about just how they can really create perfectly and grow their ideas successfully. And from that, I was thinking to see how can I help them to create, not to create for and get those enterprises or companies die in 1 year or 2 years. My idea was just to see how I can help them to grow and make a visible just impact in the community. I chose just that type of organization because I saw, even just I was in the construction industry before, I saw that people in my country, they don't have really enough revenue because just they don't have some business activities to make money. And I was just supposed to see how I can inspire business movement in my country. And when I be just inspiring the business movement in my country, I am sure that people will get opportunity to make money, and other people from technical schools and other companies, I will be building a good framework of business in my country, because sometimes it's very difficult to build a team, especially to have people who understand your vision, who try just to realize your mission, to accomplish your mission as you want.
So what are the everyday challenges you and your organization go through?
So, first of all, just we don't really have a stable market. We have some project for 2 months, 3 months, and we can spend just 2 months or 5 months without any project. Just so we don't have really a stable market. And other challenges about just to people, as is almost a new service on the market, people, they are not really now convinced to buy our services because just they don't know the value of our services. But now we are trying to measure just our impact for every month, every year, to convince people to see how just we are helping other who are coming to us. And the challenge now is just to learn those campaigns, those marketing campaigns, to make sure people, they will really understand that they are in the need of buying our services. So we are providing just training. We are providing educational and consulting services, such as training, technical assistance, organizational diagnosis, and networking events, and partnership development support in the field of business and the social innovation. They help our services help them to grow. First of all, just they are growing. Our services help them to work with new strategies, just to develop their business strategies, and also our services help them just to grow their market, and also our services help them just to be more innovative and to be more organized, and also to to make to make an impact, to run business with some innovation that help them to make a big impact to the customers. But in general, we are teaching them just to integrate some new strategies for marketing, for product development, for operation management, just to make sure that they are learning the business in good way. People, they think that to go to school, to go to university is enough for them to learn business or just to learn an organization. Ourselves, we are trying to convince them, to show them that they need some additional skills on business development to make sure that they can start an idea and grow successfully. Just challenge. We have just those two challenges. We don't have a stable market because just we are in a we are not in stable economy. We don't have just enough customers who are buying our service, and some people who are able to buy our service, some of them, they are not convinced that our service could help them. So we are trying just to track everyday success story. If we have some people who are just succeeding, just who are get success, we try to work with them to show other people that they need to come to us and get the services. I can say now we have in our database around 40 companies and around 10 organizations that we helped in 5 years ago, just from indeed that period from 2015 up now. And now we see that they are success. They are learning their businesses successfully.
So how much do you charge for your service?
So I charge around $10 a day. Is just the amount I am charging here is around $10 a day per individual.
For one person.
If a company, sends 10 people, is $100 USD. $100 just dollars for 10 people.
So how do you know someone is a good fit for your program?
A good fit. So if I see that you have a good idea and I see you are not growing, I see you as my customer. You can have a good idea, but if you are not using some strategies to develop your idea will never be developed. And if I see you at the same stage and with a good idea, I say you need me, and I see you like my customer.
Are there other types of organizations that do similar training in Burundi?
So we have some organizations, but they are waiting just for some project with big international organization, big just companies. But we don't have just other organization that help people who are almost at the startup stage.
So the difference between you and those people is that you provide training for startups.
And the small and middle enterprises. And also after the training, I'm trying just to show them the next steps for them to make sure that the training will be useful for them. I say that you have to do this, to make sure that you will be using our services, what you get from our training or just our technical assistance in good way.
So you follow up with them and all that.
Yeah. And also what is very special for us, after training, we are sure that all people are not able just to do it their own. For example, business planning. That is why just we add technical assistance. After training, we help them to use skills from our training to develop something practical.
I see.
And also, if we are after technical technical assistance, sometimes they said, so I saw that when I was writing my business plan, I realized that I need other additional services. For example, market plan or just to develop some business strategies. And they can come to us and ask a support or just and we sign a contract with them to do for them a market plan, for example. In addition, just to the business plan, they have been able to do themselves. And also, if we see that they have been in our training, they've been able to get, for example, to elaborate a business plan, and also to apply what the business plan will recommend it, we can support them through our networking event to be connected to the potential partners to make sure that they will be able to get some contract, some customers from our network. To mean that we want to work as a group to bring some innovation in the country, to help innovation grow, a lot of innovation just grow. And also we are working just as a group of different experts, different consultants with different backgrounds, to make sure that when you come to us, you will have almost a package you need to grow your business.
What percentage of these entrepreneurs you bring into the program complete the program? Do they all finish the program, or?
So I think that we are almost at 90% of completion. Some of them they don't finish the program, not because just they don't like, but sometimes, if you are running a business, don't say that you don't need any other technical support anymore. If you're running a business, make sure that you will need every time some advices. You will need just some technical assistance to make sure that you will keep growing. Because just if you are, for example, a company for waste management, maybe you know waste management, but you don't know exactly how to manage your resources, how to organize your operations. I succeed because people who went through my programs, even now they feel the need to come back to take other courses. And also now we have some organizations who are trying just to support startups and young entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs, so that they could be able to come through our programs. That is just our success, because if we have some people who understand the need of our services, that is something very, very nice for us that we can consider as a success. Nowadays, I see that I need government to help me to establish in my country the business, just the business ecosystem. When they be able to establish business ecosystem, people will see exactly the need of our services. And that is why I'm asking to the government to help me, to join me, even I'm ready to support, to make sure that in the country we have an ecosystem, a business ecosystem that enables people to get to realize that they need each other. They need professional, practical services like those ones we are providing now.
Do you provide services outside of Burundi?
Sometimes I go to DRC, even just in Rwanda, even in Uganda, to provide those kind of services that I'm providing here. And nowadays, I want just to make more professional my services. I want to establish, to get my own buildings for, let's say, an institute that we called Practical Training Institute. And now I am looking for investors to invest in that Practical Training Institute, because I see in 2 or 3 years, people will need a lot our services, and we need we have our own good space to make sure that we'll be able to respond to different demands.
I see. So what language do you speak in Burundi? French or English?
So first of all, we speak Kirundi as mother language, and we speak French as official language, and we speak English as an international language, and we speak Swahili as business language in the region.
Wow. Many languages, huh?
So we are speaking many languages, but that is, it could be an opportunity, as also it could be a problem. But it's good, because I can communicate with different people from different countries.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So what is the process or processes you are applying right now to scale your business?
To scale my business?
Yes.
Now I am developing a team. I am trying now to identify other collaborators outside Burundi, and also I'm trying to look for investors to invest in my companies, to make sure that we can be able to build the Practical Training Institute and bring people, not only Burundians, but also other people from out of Burundi, come here in Burundi and be trained here in Burundi in my Practical Training Institute. That is just how I am trying to look for just the possibility of scaling my business.
For someone listening right now who wants to replicate a similar idea, what advice can you give?
So first of all, that industry of training and consulting is very complex here in Africa. I don't know, I have been in the US, I've been in Europe, but it's not the same. But in Africa, especially in Burundi, you can do that. So you can start that kind of company like ours, but it's very, very good to know exactly what is the need of the country or in the country, and how can I motivate customers. How can I make customers being satisfied? And also, you have to know exactly what challenges in those business and how to be faced on those challenges.
So how can people contact you?
So people can contact me just via my Facebook account, Emile Uwezowamungu, and also they can contact me via just a phone number. Is +257 9566278 Burundian number. They can use that number via also WhatsApp, and they can get me. And also they can send me an email on Emile Uwezo @gmail.com. And also they can contact me via an email on they can write to info@innovaforafrica.com, or just visit our website Innova for just a number africa.com.
I say, to become a good entrepreneur, what are the different types of people you think you should surround yourself with to move your business forward?
So first of all, just you have to get some technical advisor to make sure that when what you are doing is really something that is tailored to the need of customer. And also you need mentors. You need people who have been in businesses and who know a lot about business. And also you need some people who could help you just to grow your network in the country and even just out of the country. And also you need some advisors on to integrate some new technology in your businesses. That is just what I can say. And also you need to be with people who can help you if you need money, if you need to do some investment, who could help you, who could fund you, who could give you some loans to make sure that you will be providing your services successfully as planned. So what I can say that is business is business. And if you want to succeed in your business, just be in your business. But you have to know exactly what kind of business you want to be in, because some people are leaving their jobs to say that I'm going in business, and they fail just in their businesses because they don't get time to be prepared enough. And other people, they are involved in business, but they don't care about technical assistance and training and consulting services that could help them to grow. They think they know a lot. If you want to be a good entrepreneur, just try to learn every time and try to do some research every time to make sure that you are on time.
So who is your role model?
My role model? So my role model is Obama.
Why did you pick Obama?
So Obama, for when we met in 2016, when I was in Mandela Washington Fellowship, he said, if you think to grow, don't think about yourself or just about money, but think about people. And when you be growing people, you will meet yourself, you are growing among those people and even getting money from those people who are growing.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the year actually you and I met in 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So you actually met with Obama, and that, because I know
Yeah.
you were in Boston for a while, and then you went to Washington, and then you came back.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I came back just to US for in 2019 when I had just I was attending another program, IVLP, International Visitors Leadership Program, and it was about just to visit other organizations who are learning some programs for career development, for workforce development, and we had just the goal to meet them, talk with them, just know how they are running their programs to see if we can just learn from one each other and if possible starting some collaboration, some partnership to provide those kind of services about professional development, career development, and workforce development.
So were you able to meet Obama? Have you met Obama?
I met Obama in 2016 when I was in Mandela Washington Fellowship.
And you guys sat down, you shook his hand, you guys talked, huh?
Yeah, we get opportunity just to talk with him and to ask him questions and to greet him. So and to learn from, especially to learn from him.
Nice.
We spent almost 5 hours together.
Wow, that's you were among the lucky ones. Not everyone has that chance, to spend time with the president of the United States, especially spend 5 hours with him. That's good. That's good. So,
Yeah,
what
it
makes
was
you
nice.
unique?
My
What makes you unique?
so I can say that what makes me unique is I don't like losing time for nothing. For every time I'm doing something, I prefer to do something in favor of someone else than to sit down and say that I don't have anything to do.
Nice. So, what is the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Mm, so I remember that when I met a professor from University of Burundi, he said, "So you have been a good model in business, and I know that in business you will meet a lot of challenge, but don't be afraid for those challenge, but keep your work. One day you will succeed."
I see. What is your passion in life?
My passion in life is like my passion is to see me to see me helping people so that they can be somewhere and saying we are at this stage of growth because of Emile, because of Innova Group Burundi, his company, because of just advices from Emile, and because of just some assistance from Emile and his team.
I see. So, what is your favorite color?
Blue.
That's the favorite color of my wife too.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Emile, thank you very much for a great
Thank
interview.
you too.
Thanks to Emile for a wonderful interview, and thanks to you for listening. The Barry Media Show takes you places that you have never imagined. Be informed. Be great. I am on Twitter at Barry Medias and on Instagram at Barry Medias. Please tell your friends about the show. Barry Media Show is written by me. Stay tuned next week for another amazing interview.